Hello, today we're going to talk about reclaiming pagan words. Today's word is faith. So faith is an interesting word which has gone through a number of evolutions in its long history, but it comes from an Indo-European root, which means trust. So it was originally fae, so that's interesting because it relates to the fae as in the fairies maybe, except they probably have a completely different etymology, but anyway, it's interesting. So people tend to think of faith as something like blind faith. We often use the term faith in conjunction with the adjective blind to mean somebody who believes in 6 impossible things before breakfast and is rather rigid in their religion. So faith originally meant trust, so trusting in something. If you think about the older senses of the word, to keep faith with someone meant to maintain trust with them. To be faithful in a marriage meant to maintain that trust by not sleeping with someone else without telling your spouse. Because there's a difference between negotiating an open relationship and actually cheating on someone. So anyway, so faith has a number of different meanings, and its older meaning is about trust. So if we're talking about faith in the gods, then we're talking about trusting in the gods, or trusting in the universe, or the divine, or whatever it is you believe in. So faith doesn't mean blind, rigid behaviour, right? There's a wonderful quote by Alan Watts in which he says that faith is like floating on the water, and if you sort of struggle on the surface of the water and cling on tight to something, you're more likely to drown. Whereas if you sort of relax back into the water, you will float more effectively. And so he says that faith is a state of openness or trust, whereby you remain open to the truth, whatever it turns out to be. And that seems to me to be a beautiful thing, to be open to whatever truth emerges from our experience. That's great. So yeah, faith, a really interesting term, and I think we can use the term faith in a pagan context. We can talk about faith in the gods, we can talk about faith in the universe, we could talk about paganism as a faith. There's no reason why not to, because, you know, I'm assuming that we trust in the gods. So, you know, sometimes people call it the elder faith or the old faith, or usually the old ways, but or the old religion. So yeah, I think we can reclaim this word from some of its more unfortunate usages. And so I'm going to be, from henceforth, I'm going to be comfortable with using the word faith to talk about my pagan beliefs. And in a future one of these, I'm going to be talking about reclaiming the word belief, because that gets misused as well. So keep on chonking, people, and take care.